Hello everyone and welcome to GTA Discussion episode 13, and also welcome to the second round of the Multi-Class Endurance Championship. So this is what happened last night. This is footage, every bit of footage that you see in this video happened last night when the second round of the Multi-Class Endurance Championship should have took place. So this is our first attempt, and it had taken us probably, I would say, about half an hour to 40 minutes to get to this point, from trying to get everybody into the pre-lobby at the start, then loading up the racing, trying to get everybody into the race lobby as well. We had 29 people in the lobby before the race started, so that was the 27 participants, Shaggy, who is our sort of race director and pace car driver, and also Picano as well, who was going to help Shaggy with getting some better views and some more sort of varied shots for you guys to watch. So we started up the lobby and 29 people went down to 24. So 5 disconnections. 5 disconnections first time round. That is a lot. That was unacceptable, so we had to start again. That was over the sort of the rule that we'd set out. The rule that we had was if there were four or more disconnections, then we'd try to start the race again. And what you're watching now is what 350 people on Twitch were all watching for the space of half an hour. It took us another half an hour. This is near the end of that half an hour, but it took us another half an hour to get to this point, to get all of the people into the lobby. We actually went without Picano this time to try and alleviate things, so we had less people trying to connect. So in this race we tried to get 28 people in, obviously again the 27 participants and Shaggy for the spectating. And yeah, so 28 people. It took long enough for us all to connect. Then we had a few issues with people showing us offline, people having to restart their game because they couldn't be invited, things like that. But eventually, after half an hour, we got the race started again. Back to the vehicle selection screen, all ready to go. We thought, let's give it another try, see. Hopefully, we can actually get it started this time. And as you can see here, we had 2 disconnections straight away. Now that wouldn't be too bad, we had 2 disconnections at the very start of the first round. That's within our sort of rule that we go for. So 2 disconnections, yeah, it's unfair, it's not very good, but we can manage with that, we can continue with that, we can still run the race even with 2 people down. That's what we managed to do last week as well. But then, obviously, as the race started, we ended up having 20 people. And then someone disconnected straight away, so that was 19. So from a lobby of 28 people, we went down to 19 in the space of going to the race. And I was furious. This was it. We postponed the race. We weren't going to try again. It had already taken us, we were an hour behind schedule at this point. We were a full hour behind where we should have been from the start of the race. And we weren't going to do it again. Everybody was sick of waiting. 350 people were watching this on Twitch. That would have been a record for me if it hadn't been for the 400 that we got last week. But we had 350 people witnessing firsthand live how bad Rockstar servers and the game is for connecting people together for a race. 350 people, and I really want to say thank you to you guys who did come out and stay for that, just basically watching a lobby screen for half an hour. Thank you guys for doing that, and I can only apologise that we didn't manage to get the race started. It was completely out of my control, but it doesn't make me feel any less bad about it. So what we did is, funnily enough, we managed to get into a free roam lobby with 30 players, and we decided to do a group face palm. So everybody in the background there is face palming. If you want to see the main picture that I've made for this that I took, I'll leave a link in the description. You can go and like that on Social Club. Again, you may have to click the link twice to get it to work because the Social Club's website's a load of bollocks as well. But the picture that I got from that is down in the description. You can leave a like on that and comment as well if you want. But it's quite a good picture. But yeah, we managed to get 30 people in that free roam lobby. Now, to me, it seems like free roam lobbies are a lot easier to get more people in. That's what it would seem like. But that's not really the case, because even some of the people who were having trouble not what I want to say is there were some people having trouble connecting to that free roam session. We only managed to get 30 people in, probably because there were maybe 50 or 60 people trying to connect, and that's what it seems like the servers and the service is from Rockstar. It's like a 30-player lobby, a 30-player race is attainable, it's possible, but you have to be having 60 to 70, 50, 60, 70 different people trying to connect to it, and 30 of them will just get lucky and be able to join. The rest of them won't be able to join. When you actually want to create an event with 27 specific people trying to join, it won't let you. It just doesn't allow it. We've had issues, so many issues, and I was really furious. I was mad. After all of this time, we'd been trying to get this race done for so long. I was really tired because I'd been doing real life racing on the morning, and I was up at 7 o'clock in the morning going and racing in real life, so I was really tired from that. I was really stressed because we had 350 plus people watching live on Twitch trying to get this race started, and everybody was waiting to see this race. That people had come out specifically to watch this race, so I was really stressed by that. And then for it not to work, I just couldn't believe it. I just could not believe that this is the situation that we were in, and it baffles me why Rockstar create a game that's as amazing as this and advertise 30-player jobs. You can get 30 players in a race when you just can't. It's a complete lie. Now, I can understand why Rockstar perhaps don't promote things that I do. They don't promote my videos as much as other people's. they've had all of these other big YouTubers on their Twitch streams and things like that, whereas myself and Shaggy as well, really, in the racing community in general, we kind of get overlooked a bit and not really shown any attention in the same way that other YouTubers do, other Twitch streamers do, things like that. And honestly, I can understand why that is. It's because we don't kiss their ass. If something is wrong with the game, we shout out about it and we scream about it and we try to get something done to fix it, because we're passionate about the game. We feel that the game has so much potential that isn't being realised. It's not that we're complaining about every single little thing, but something like this, they advertise 30-player jobs, 30 players you can have in any single race. Now, I'm sure that's attainable. I've only ever seen it once. There's only ever been one race that I've ever done on Next Gen GTA where 30 players have managed to make it to the finish line. Just one out of all the races that I've done. But something like this, when it's a proper event that we've organised, and we specifically organised it for less than 30 players because of all these issues, when it's a specific event like this and you can't get people in the lobby, we had 28 players go down to 19. That is completely unacceptable. How is that in any way acceptable? Now, yes, it could have been just a bad day for the servers or whatever, but this is a constant problem. This isn't just a one-off. We had 2 people disconnect in the first round as well, and I have no problems with speaking out about this, because it's completely ridiculous. Yes, you can have 30 players in a free roam session, but if you wanted 30 specific players to do a specific event in a free roam session, I bet you couldn't get those in. You just have to, for some reason, have 60, 70 different people trying to connect, and 30 of them will get lucky. And as I said, I can understand why Rockstar don't promote my stuff, they don't promote Shaggy's stuff. It's because we do badmouth them. We do say when we feel wronged by the game and we feel that there's something wrong. It's not because that we hate them. It's not because we don't like their game. We think they've created an incredible game. Look at what GTA Online can do. Look at what GTA 5 is. It's an absolutely fantastic game. The frustration comes when they create a game such as this. They give us a glimpse of what is possible, as we saw in the first round video last week. They give us that glimpse of what's possible and then take it away from us. Completely take it away from our grasp. We can't have it. They just don't allow us to do the events that we want and do the things that we want, because they don't have the optimization or the infrastructure to handle it. whatever. But they falsely advertise what is possible with the game, and that is the worst thing for me. Now, if Rockstar tomorrow came out and said, look, our game isn't perfectly optimized for 30 players, we're going to allow 30 players in free roam still, in my opinion they could probably up it to maybe 40 or something like that. I think free roam is a lot easier to get more people in. It seems to have been from my perspective anyway. But if they came out and said, look, our jobs just aren't optimized for 30 players, we can't promise that you can get 30 players in a lobby, we're going to reduce that down to 25, say. We're going to make sure that if you get 25 people all together, you will be able to get into a race or a deathmatch or a capture that has been optimized for 25 people, and all of those 25 people will get in. I would be over the moon if Rockstar came out and said that. Yes, it's 5 people less than what they initially said, but as long as it works, then I would be happy, because I would organise an event for 25 people. I wouldn't organise an event for 30 people and find out that I have to then bring that down to 27 people because of the difficulties of getting 30 people into a lobby, and then get those 27 people into a lobby and find out that I can only connect 19 of them at any one moment. It's that frustration of them giving us a glimpse of what's possible, saying that they can deliver on 30 players, and then not showing us any evidence that that's what can happen. And that's the most frustrating thing about it. It's not and it's the disappointment as well. We had 350 people all excited. Everybody in the lobby was excited to race. Everybody who was watching on Twitch was excited to watch the second round live, like a proper racing event. And we couldn't do it. We could not deliver because Rockstar wouldn't allow us to deliver, because the game wouldn't allow us to all join. So this has just been a completely ranting video. I had to make it because frankly it was absolutely ridiculous, the events of last night. We ended up doing a race that you can see on the screen. It was kind of our own little multi-class race. We got 23 people in the lobby, 3 people ended up disconnecting. You just don't know what's going to happen with the game. It's just not optimized well, and frankly it's really, really getting on my nerves that it allows us to organize events like this and doesn't allow us to deliver on the promises that we make to you guys especially. So that's all I want to say. It is a discussion video, so I do want to hear your guys' opinions about this down below. Let me know what you think about this. Have you had issues with connecting to people, trying to organize events, things like that? And do you think it's right? Do you think it's right that we should be advertised about all of this 30-player stuff and not have it delivered? Would you prefer it if the jobs were 25 people who could connect rather than 30 people where less people will connect? Let me know your thoughts about this down below. There will be a live video that goes up about the events of last night, because some of my reactions were absolutely ridiculous. Some other things happened as well that were pretty crazy. But that will be quite a while away, because I do have a lot of live videos still to go up. That will be quite a distance away, but just know that there will be a live video going up about those events that happened last night. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, everyone. I am in a really frustrated mood at this moment. I hope to be able to bring you guys the second round next week. We've postponed it to next week. But yeah, thank you so much for all your support again, as always, and I'll see you next time.